We have laws from the 1970s still
Let's
on the
talk
books.
about taxing the rich.
Oh, wait.
That is a lie.
We can talk about taxes too. Let's go.
Are still selling black folks to this day.
That
taxing the rich they're not going to change the tax code. So taxing the rich is a myth.
Yeah, wealthy people avoid paying taxes. How? By doing shit like buying real estate, having a business. Yeah, let me tell you, nigga, something. I'm gonna give you guys a big fucking red pill. I pay less taxes right now than I did when I worked for the government. It's fucked up, but it's true. I pay less taxes now than I did when I worked for the government, okay? I'm making 10x the money. I made about $120,000 a year, right? I'm making over 10x the money now, and I'm paying very similar to less than what I paid when I worked for the government, dude. That's the power of real estate. And that's why wealthy people buy real estate, okay? The tax laws are set up to incentivize entrepreneurs and real estate investors, okay? That's how the tax code is set up. Taxing the rich is a myth. It's retarded, okay? Unless you're going to rewrite the tax code, there's no way to effectively tax the rich like that. And I know people are going to say, well, Myron, you have money, so it doesn't, of course you're going to say that. What I'm telling you guys is whether I had money or not, remember, guys, I was a regular employee too. I paid high taxes. I'm telling you guys, as someone that was a W-2 employee to an entrepreneur, I'm telling you guys, the tax code was made not for the employee. It was made for the entrepreneur. It was made for the real estate investor because small businesses is what builds this fucking country, okay? If you can employ people and you can house people, this right here, I've just created the cornerstone of the American market. I'm going to say that again for you guys. You need to fucking take this shit in. You guys are going to take anything away from this fucking broadcast, take this away. The tax code is written to incentivize business owners and real estate investors. The cornerstone of the United States, aka capitalism, is based on two things. If you can employ people, you got one line. And if you can house people, you got another line. Look what I've just created. I've created an L, right? But what I've really created is a corner. This, my friends, is the cornerstone of American prosperity, of American capitalism, okay? This right here, what I've created, employ people, house people. If you can find a way to do these two things, you have entered the cornerstone of American capitalism, okay? So I tell you guys, even if you have a regular job, start a side business if you can. Buy real estate and have that real estate help offset your taxes. Even if you have a regular job, having the real estate will help offset your income from your regular job and help you pay less taxes. If you can't be an entrepreneur or house people, what you could do, a way around that is have a real estate business. Guys, I'm giving y'all the fucking game right now, man. I'm giving you guys the game. He's right. Taxing the wealthy or taxing the rich is a lie. It's not possible because the rich, number one, the tax code is set up to benefit entrepreneurs and real estate investors. These are the people that control the majority of the wealth. And the reason why it's set up like that is because they understand that entrepreneurs create businesses, businesses create jobs. And they also know that real estate investors provide housing. So in order to incentivize this economic boost for entrepreneurs and real estate investors, you must give them tax breaks so that they can continue to employ people. This is why employees get taxed far more than entrepreneurs and investors. They take all the risk. So the government rewards you by taking the risk by giving you less tax burden. Guys, remember, 80 to 90% of businesses fail. So if you take a fucking risk, the government is going to reward you for that. That's why these Democrats are fucking retarded facts and don't understand that, unfortunately, you cannot have socialism and capitalism. And if you are going to sprinkle some socialism in, you're going to have to fucking have hardcore border control. You cannot give people benefits of socialism while simultaneously allowing mass immigration. That is why Democrats are fucking retarded. The concept of democratic socialism sounds great on paper, but in theory doesn't work because democratic socialism run by these Democrats, we know Democrats in America are very pro-immigration and pro-open border. Open borders and pro-immigration is the fucking cancer to socialism because socialism is designed to create safety nets for citizens. So if you're going to go ahead and have socialism, people have to qualify for said socialism by being citizens. But when you have a bunch of illegal immigrants coming in, that dilutes the resources. Why the fuck do you think Poland is so hard on having strong borders? Because they have a quasi-socialist government, okay? Why do you think Saudi Arabians, Emiratis, Kuwaitis, etc., all these Gulf states, why do you think they don't give citizenship away? Because it's a socialist government. When you're a socialist, you must also be a nationalist in order for it to work. Guess who figured that one out? This motherfucker right here. Okay, Top H figured this out. And it's incredible to me that dumbass niggas like Hassan Piker and Mamdani would fucking shrug. Are you talking about Adolf Hitler? But what they don't understand is the socialism that they're pursuing, the Nazi that they hate was the only guy to really get it right. So if you want socialism, you must adopt certain parts of conservatism in order for the socialism to work, especially for socialism, immigration, excuse me. So going back to what I was saying here, again, guys, we live in a capitalist society. The cornerstone of capitalism is being an entrepreneur and owning real estate in the United States. This is how you get the 2 biggest tax breaks, okay? So again, if you guys want to mitigate your tax liability, the best way to do it is by getting real estate, guys. Get real estate, okay? And every single one of you in fucking chat right now can get one. I'm not telling y'all niggas to become a millionaire. I'm not like a fucking like, you could be a millionaire, but every single one of you can make 6 figures a year. You guys are in the fucking OSS, so I already know you have higher IQ than 90% of my audience. Every single one of you fucking niggas can make 6 figures a year. If you guys have the ability to think critically and you guys are, you guys don't like fall for the bullshit or whatever in the hype, right? And you're independent thinkers, there's no way that you won't make $100,000. It's just you being lazy at this point. If you're in OSS right now and you don't make $100,000, you should punch yourself in the face because you already have the hardest part, which is the ability to critically think. You guys understand this? And I'm not saying that to blow smoke up out niggas' asses, but I'm being very real here. You already have step 1 completed. You are a critical thinker if you're in the fucking OSS. You are clearly not a brainwashed bot. Congratulations. They can't program you. Fantastic. Now let's have a real conversation. It's time that every single one of you motherfuckers works to make $100,000 a year, if not more. At bare minimum, every single one of you can make $100,000 a year. Once you make $100,000 a year, you make $10K a month. Now we can start talking about really doing something. You need to make $10,000 a month before you even think about investing, okay? Or investing seriously. Otherwise, it's going to be a slow game. You're better off, if you're making 50, 60, 70K per year, you're better off taking that money that you would have used to, buy real estate. You're better off taking that money and like learning a skill set so you can make more money. Because if you learn a skill set that's going to make you more money, then you can more aggressively save and buy the house faster and you can increase your income. Most of you don't have a saving problem. Most of you guys have an income problem. You're never going to save yourself to being financially free, but you can absolutely make enough money to buy investments that will make you financially free. Does that make sense, guys? I hope you guys are really taking this in, bro. I hope you guys are really fucking taking this in. This is probably one of the most important parts of the podcast that you guys need to fucking hear, okay? You're in the OSS already. You're a critical thinker and you're not susceptible to being an NPC fucking reader. You can think outside the box. The hardest part has been completed. One of the hardest parts. So now it's time to take that independent mind, that critical thinking skill set, and realize that you need to make $100,000 a year to make it in America in 2026. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Unless you niggas want to continue to give 40% of your paycheck to Uncle Sam, right? You're effectively working half the year for free. If you're tired of that shit, it's time for you guys to start getting serious about making more money so you can buy real estate so you can keep more of your money in the future. All right? I want every single one of you guys to really work diligently on getting to 6 figures. And once you get to that 6 figures, start seriously looking into buying your first real estate property, investment property, put your 3 to 5% down, live in that bitch for a year, and at bare minimum, control an asset, have free rent, and get tax shelter to some degree. At bare minimum. And every single one of you fucking guys in here can do it. And again, I'm not saying that just to fucking blow smoke up your niggas' asses. I'm telling you guys that because if you can sit there and say, you know what, maybe niggas lied to us about Hitler. Maybe niggas lied to us about the Holocaust or World War II. Maybe, this whole thing about Black Lives Matter might be a lie. Oh, you know what? Maybe Jews really do run America. You know what? Maybe white dudes got to get their women in line and stop shooting up In-N-Out burgers. I don't fucking know. But the point is that by the fact that you're in the OSS, that tells me you have the ability to think outside the box. If you have the ability to think outside the box, there's not a fucking excuse you can give me why every single one of you motherfuckers isn't making $100,000 a year. I refuse to accept it. Maybe I can accept it from some of the broke niggas in Kick Chat. Maybe I can accept that from some of the broke niggas in YouTube. But you guys have demonstrated that you're willing to put your money where your mouth is by being in here. So now I need to tell you guys, great. You've proven that you have the ability to do it by being an independent thinker. Now it's time to take that independent thought and actually make yourself independent, okay? So anyway, I hope that fucking clarifies some things for you guys because Tatum is absolutely true here, right here, when he says that the whole taxing the rich concept is a scheme. We would have to rewrite the tax code, bro, if we wanted to really tax the rich for real. We would have to aggressively rewrite the tax code. And guess what would happen if we did that? People would stop being entrepreneurs and hiring people. And I give you guys that red pill that I paid less in taxes when I made $120,000 per year versus making, well over $1 million a year. I tell you guys that so you guys understand how fucked up the system is. And I can tell you guys this confidently because I was there. I was a fucking government employee. I was making $40,000, $30,000 a year. I've been there where you look at your fucking pay stub and you're like, where did the money go? I've been there where I go with a fine tooth comb. Where's all this money going? Wait, retirement, state taxes, city tax, what the federal tax? What? I've been there. I feel your fucking pain. I'm not one of these rich ass stupid motherfuckers that's been rich my entire life. I know the struggle of being a fucking W-2 employee and wondering where the fuck your taxes went. So I'm here to tell you, as someone that made it out from the employee status, it's fucking criminal how much I pay in taxes. I'm telling y'all niggas this as a multimillionaire, bro. Like, yo, it is criminal how little I pay in taxes, but it's fucking legal. And that's when I really got red pilled on this shit. Tax code ain't made for regular people, man. It's not. It's made for people that are higher earners, and every single one of you guys can get there. Every single one of y'all can get there in the OSS right now. All of y'all can. $100,000 is absolutely reachable. It's going to be a grind. You're going to struggle. You're going to have to work hours you don't want to work. There's going to be times where you're running on no sleep. There's going to be times where you don't buy certain things that you want. There's going to be vacations that you're going to have to sacrifice. There's going to be things that you're going to have to give up, like maybe a car payment, maybe a nice apartment in downtown where you're not flexing so much. Like, I'm not telling you that making this 100K is going to come easy. No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, like, I'd rather you guys get the 100,000, get to that 10K per month. Once you get there, now you've built a solid foundation. Now we can really start talking about building your independent, your financial freedom, right? So one step at a time. The first thing is to make $100,000 a year, gross $100,000 a year. After you do that, then we can get into rainy day fund, first investment property, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for this valuable information. No worries, Hazardies. I got to keep it real, y'all, because like I remember I'd be criminal to not tell you guys the truth about how much I pay in taxes now versus before. You know what? Actually, you know what? I have something stuck in my, you know what? Hold on. I got y'all right now, okay? And this just came to my mind. In 2018, okay, and I vividly remember this shit, I paid roughly $36,000 in taxes in 2018, okay? I was making a little over $100,000 a year at that point. Last year, I paid like $22K in taxes. I'm gonna say that again. In 2018, because I remember this now as I was talking to you guys, I paid roughly $36,000 in taxes while making a little over $100,000 a year. Roughly 1/3 of my money went to taxes. This year, I paid like 10K less than that shit while making 10X the money, and it's all fucking legal. My real estate offset so much of the shit because I had losses, I had a business, I'm employing people, all this other shit. How many of you guys just got red pilled right now? Give me a 1 if you guys just got red pilled. I had to give you all the numbers and so you guys really know what I'm talking about. It's one thing to say, yo, I got taxed less back then. Nigga, that's the numbers. I paid somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, I paid somewhere between 20 to 25K for last year's taxes. Oh, and keep in mind, I didn't even buy that many houses last year. I bought like maybe 2 or 3. So guys, I'm telling y'all, man, control at least one real estate property. I think every single one of you guys, your goal should be to have 1 Bitcoin, control at least 1 real estate property, and build from there. And obviously earn more than 6 figures a year. If you do that, you inevitably become a millionaire. It's just a matter of time.